Meet Jean-Pierre Callisto. Jean-Pierre has a son, Mikael, who is now 13 years old. Jean-Pierre, being Mikael's primary caregiver, is an involved and an engaged father. Following an uneventful pregnancy and birth, Mikael appeared to be typically developing. However, at the age of 4 months, he started having continuous seizures. Shortly after, he was diagnosed with a heart and brain defect. Mikael has cortical dysplasia, where brain areas lack the appropriate neural connections to function properly, and epilepsy. At 4 months of age, Mikael underwent heart surgery. At 8 months, he underwent a right frontal lobotomy. At 11 years old, he had a bilateral hip osteotomy. To this day, Mikael still has seizures every night during sleep. Currently, at age 13, Mikael is developmentally like a 1-year-old. He is fully dependent on someone for all of his self-care activities, including eating, bathing, and dressing. Mikael is able to walk, but with a lot of difficulty and using special equipment. Mikael is a boy who smiles a lot and gets excited when he sees something he likes or someone he loves. Mikael enjoys many important things in his life, including going for walks in a park, music, and good food. Since birth, through Mikael's journey within the healthcare system, he has had more than 100 interactions with healthcare service providers. Mikael and Jean-Pierre have seen health professionals from at least 15 different disciplines, including anesthesiologists, audiologists, cardiologists, nephrologists, neurologists, neurosurgeons, ophthalmologists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, respiratory therapists, orthopedic surgeons, special educators, and speech-language pathologists. Jean-Pierre is here today to talk about his experiences in the healthcare context as the father of a child with disabilities, what goes well, where there are challenges, and what can be improved.
Well, to me, what it tells me is that is the care that we get as a family. So it would start with my son's receiving his special care that he needs from a healthcare professional, and us fathers getting all the information and support that we need to deal with our son's health issues. I believe I acquired a knowledge over the years by building a relationship with the healthcare professionals that take care of my son. And I think it's very important that we get this special treatment and special care that our family requires. So that's what it tells me. I think my most positive experience was probably the first day that we rushed to the hospital. Mikael was only 4 months old, and he was having a seizure every half hour. And you can imagine me as a new father, and not used to see my son in such pain, and so it was very stressful. I was very anxious when I arrived to the hospital, and my son was taken care by his neurologist that he's been seeing him for the past 13 years, and she saw in the state of mind I was in, and she saw me. I was very anxious and scared of losing my son, and I was very vulnerable because I wasn't able to do anything for him, and she took the time, and to comfort me. She was able to explain me everything that was going on, and everything that was going to be done with Mikael, and she was the one who first discovered my son's heart murmur. So she was really there for me along all along the process, from the first day to the last. She gave me confidence. She was very empathetic, and she really took the time for me to get better. So the first 2 weeks that we were there, I wasn't able to give anything to my son. I was in pain. I was crying a lot, and she saw that. So for me to get all that help from that healthcare professional, I was able to pass it on to my son, because the first 2 weeks he was crying a lot. He was not smiling anymore, and my son he always smiles. So after that, I was able to focus on my son again, and be able to care for him, to make him smile again, and all that because of her, because she was very human, and she was there for me when I needed it. Yes. Well, um, what I often see is the lack of time that the healthcare professionals take with us. Yeah, we most of the time we have to wait many months for our appointments to see Mikael's specialists, and sometimes I see that the information is given very fast. I see that the healthcare professionals, they don't take their time to explain to us everything in our terms, not in the physician terms. So one negative experience that we had was we had an appointment to see one of Mikael's specialists, and we were there in the waiting room 3 hours. And for my son to be sitting on a wheelchair for 3 hours, it's very, very tiring. And in a special need child, there is special needs that he needs, like change of diapers. We have medication administration. We have to feed him. Have to give him something to drink. So I had to ask for a room so I could change my son's diaper, and he could rest a little. And I felt the person who I spoke to, I felt that I was bothering her. It was something very big request that I was asking. But at the end, I got it, and but right there I felt really bad. I felt not understood. And even the doctor that came in the waiting room, even if we were the last ones, he never asked us anything. So that is one bad experience that we got. And I think the healthcare professionals, they have to take their time to answer to all of questions, to level with us. Sometimes it's very intimidating, the way they can talk to us, because I know for a fact they're the professionals. They're the ones who studied, and they're the ones who've seen the same type of medical conditions that my son has. and that could be very intimidating for us fathers. But they have to take their time and just to listen to us and ask us questions if we understood everything. If there's anything else that we need to ask, they have to make us comfortable enough and not intimidated by them, so we can have an interaction. And because we have very hard decisions to take about our son's treatments, and many times we feel like we have to take them right away, and because either the healthcare professional is in a rush, or sometimes he just doesn't feel like being there. But they have to understand that we are the ones that have to deal with our sons once we get home. With no support, we won't know when's the next time we will be able to have another appointment. So I think it's very important that they take their time and to listen to us and sit down with us and to look at us when they're talking, and explain all these medical terms that we don't understand, and accept our decisions even if they don't agree with them. So I think it's to be more family centered and think about put themselves into our shoes.
Fathers of children with disabilities are parents with greater challenges and concerns than parents of typically developing children, critical partners in family-centered care. Fathers' engagement in their child's healthcare has multiple benefits. There are many ways for healthcare providers to promote and ensure fathers' involvement and engagement. Be present. Look at fathers. Be curious. Ask them questions. They might feel intimidated to speak up at first. Be clear. Use lay language and explain medical terms. Make sure they understand. Be patient. Great things take time. Do not rush interactions. Be inclusive. Think about cultural differences and family dynamics. Be sensitive. Inquire about their situation. What concerns them? What worries them?
Well, I think the best thing about my son is the strength that he has. Such a strong kid, and he's very resilient. I think he went through a lot, and just his joy of life. He likes the people. He loves people, and I think that's it. His joy of life. My son taught me that how much I can care for someone and how much I can love someone, and to be the person that I became, a strong person, a resilient person also, and that no matter what, I'll keep going forward for him and never give up. I think the only thing I could tell them is to have faith and to never give up, and look for help if they need. There's no shame in that, but the more important is to keep fighting for our children. So I would say to get involved, not to be shy, to ask questions about their children's health issues, to be present, always present, and to keep going forward. Because as a father, you are a big part of in your children's life. So they need our support. They need us to be present for them. So yeah.